Hey, I am back on TikTok. Sorry I look like this. I just got out of the shower. I didn't brush my hair. I put it in a ponytail because I'm about to go to bed anyway. I'll brush it tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. But first and foremost, I did post proof of my medicine and of the hospital visit and them confirming that it was a seizure. I'm not sure what the test was that they did. They did some sticky stuff on me and ran some lines on a machine. So I don't remember what it was, the test, whatever. And then, I even posted the pill bottle and stuff like that. One thing I will say is I think a lot of people are saying that I am lying about my epilepsy only because I haven't talked about it up until now. And I just want to be clear that one of the reasons of why I haven't talked about it up until now is because for the past 4, 5, 6 years, I don't know, lost count, I haven't had what I would call a seizure. Because I've had epilepsy since I was a child. But my seizures, they classified them as grand mal. I would go unconscious, I could feel them coming on. I felt like this weird, out of body, whatever. Similar to what I felt that night that I went to the hospital. The only difference was one side of my body, mostly my right side, would start shaking first, and then my eyes would roll back, and I would completely lose consciousness, wake up either in the hospital, or I had soiled myself, or I've bitten my tongue, or I vomited, or something of the sort. And that's, to me, what I would have called a seizure. A reason why I agreed to go to the hospital that specific night was because, for one, I thought maybe it could have been a seizure, or I thought maybe it was a really bad case of anxiety, and I just wanted the confirmation. Plus, I wanted to get back on my medicine anyway, just in case. Now, I will admit that in between that 4 to 5 to 6 years of not having one, I did see a doctor. I just can't remember whether it was in Florida or California. And they did, I'm pretty sure it was in California because they had mobile clinics. And they did recommend me and gave me the choice to get back on my Keppra. I denied that for the simple fact that I was homeless, and getting health care while homeless was a little bit of an issue if you didn't have a place for them to deliver the mail, and I didn't have the money for it. And to me, I felt like I grew out of my epilepsy like my mom did. My mom grew out of hers by the age of 12. Which can happen. It's rare, but it can happen. Apart from the autistic thing, I personally have seen paperwork that had my name on it titled autistic. Where that paperwork is at now, I do not know. My grandmother had that paperwork when she was evicted, and it got put into a storage unit, Benson Pike Storage, in Shelbyville, Kentucky, by Benson Trace Mobile Home Park. Nobody paid the storage unit, so I don't know what happened to the stuff that was in there. I try to do some research on how to get, re-diagnosed or whatever, because I myself find it hard to believe that I'm autistic. But I do like to add in that, I am autistic simply because of the paperwork I saw. Because I've been watching other people. Yes, I watch other people. That is a big thing with you guys. Oh, she watches all these other people so she can know what she has to do, blah, blah, blah. No, I watch other people because I'm looking for people who can relate. Another thing is you all are upset about my reborn doll. And I'm not sure why. A lot of people seem to think I'm using my reborn doll for sympathy when I'm not. The specific time they're talking about is when I broke down crying while singing a few songs from YouTube. A song had came on, and it made me think of my son because I had sung that specific song in honor of him. And so I thought, okay, let me go hold the doll, to comfort me, which in turn just made me cry more, but it did help. That is one of the reasons my husband got it for me. And the outfit the doll is wearing now is the only outfit my son ever got to wear. I would also like for you guys to stop saying that I threw my kid up against a wall as a newborn, because you guys have zero proof of that. I've had people come to me saying there's video proof of it. I have not seen the video proof. I just want you guys to leave my kids out of it altogether. I don't like talking about anybody else's kids, and this kind of runs into what happened tonight on Twitch. That was completely out of hand. And I do apologize, but can y'all not fight right now? Lilith, leave her alone. Lilith went up there and bit her on her neck. All because she couldn't sleep on the couch. She needs to stop. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's been like that for the past 3 days. Sorry about that. But as I was saying, what I said on Twitch, I apologize for. That was out of line, and I shouldn't have stooped as low as some other people stoop. My attitude, my anger, that's something I've been working on since I was a kid, and it does stem from childhood trauma. I do have a lot of childhood trauma. Some of it I will one day talk about. I don't know if it's going to be on the 12th, 13th, 14th, or if it's going to be years from now, months from now. I don't know. But yeah. Apart from the whole SSI disability thing that people were talking about. Yeah, I don't know which one it was. I didn't have control of the money. My grandmother did. And I was getting $7.21 a month along with health insurance that came with it. Once I turned 18, I moved out. And I got with someone. And then I was still getting it until I got married. Like a month or two, maybe even up to 6 months after I got married, that is when they cut off my check. And that was the start of my homelessness journey because I could not afford the apartment that I had. The apartment I had was not only in my name, but it was also in my ex's name, Elvis, who we have a child together, whose name is Santana. As far as my kids go, one was taken from me. And I don't care if my mom sees this, whatever. It is simply because she filed an ECO, which got denied. And then she came up with a bogus story that I was harming my child. So they took my kid. 2 days later, my mom kicked me out of the house. So I put my child up for adoption because I thought there was no way in hell I was going to get my kid back being on the street. And from there on, I kept struggling off and on with homelessness because I just didn't know how to cope. I was never taught money skills. I was never taught work skills. I was never taught like all the basic skills that somebody needed to be taught to survive pretty much. So I struggled off and on, and people have always taken care of me my whole life. Let me put it that way. So I don't really know how to be dependent. But again, I am sorry for what happened tonight on Twitch. I'll be live probably March 12th or 13th or 14th, and we will go into detail a little bit more about this, or any other issues, whatever. I just ask that you stop the name calling. You stop saying you're going to come down and take pictures of me, because now my best friend, who I haven't seen in 6 years, doesn't even want to come down because she's scared for her safety. That's just pushing it too far, and I'm pretty sure other people would agree. No matter if I've given you my address, given you my phone number, unless I say, hey, yeah, go ahead, take that picture, that does not give you the right to say, let me go take that picture of her. I mean, there is a whole safety concern around this, but I know I've said things in the past that I didn't mean, and I apologize for it. I know I've said some racist shit, and I'm sorry for that too. As a person and as a woman I'm apologizing for that. And if y'all try to get this video taken down, then that just proves that, apparently you're not going to accept the apology and you're scared of me apologizing or something. I don't know. It's late. They only allow you to post 10-minute videos, so I got to end it. But I will be live as soon as possible, and we can talk about it as long as it's respectful.